Dear Misty, I wear contacts, but I also want long nails. But what are the chances of me poking myself in the eye? What should I do? Thanks, your fan, Sidney Richardson. You know what, Sidney? That's a really good question. And it's actually a question I've been asked in my personal life many times. Like people, I have very, very long nails and I love them. And I can sit there and text and do everything with my nails. But when I used to wear fake nails, like glue them on all the time, I couldn't even buckle my seatbelt. I didn't know how to function because I didn't train myself. And I actually trained myself in a way that I didn't even think about doing it. I didn't think, hey, I want long nails. I want to be transsexual goddess diva. I didn't. The reason I got nails initially was because I bit my nails really bad my whole life. Really, really bad. I bit my nails uncontrollably, and a friend of mine was like, why don't you go and get a gel overlay? If you take care of your nails and they look nice, you're not going to be tempted to bite them. That worked for 2 days, and then I bit off the acrylic or the gel overlay. So then I went back and I was like, why don't I just get an acrylic overlay? Because if it's got the hardness on it, I'm not going to be tempted to bite it off. I did that and I bit it off because I bite my nails. So then I went back and I was like, okay, let's try this again, but instead of just an overlay, why don't we do a really small boy tip? Just masculine, feminine French tipped, but masculine short nails. And I think I have I'll see if I can find a picture of me with really short nails to show you. But what I did was, and I didn't even know this, it really honestly crept up on me. Every 2 weeks you're supposed to go get a fill. I kind of stretch it out to every month. And like the first week of the month, I go and get a fill. I kind of stretch it out because it's fucking expensive. Anyways, I go and get a fill once a month. So I had really short nails, and then I would go in a month later and get it filled, and then go a month later and get it filled, and they're like, do you want me to trim them? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And they're like, it's $10 extra. I'm like, nope, I'm good. So before long, I had really, really long nails, and it really crept up on me. Like it didn't happen overnight. It was like literally watching the grass grow. But before you know it, I was like, oh my God, that lawn needs to be mowed. I was like, holy fuck, I have really long nails. And it was that point where it was like, I don't even remember having short nails. It was really weird. So now that I have them, I'm used to them. Yes. Even when I had the really, really short nails, I was still working at Fab Scout when I got them. I didn't get nails until my brother, who was my roommate, moved back to Alaska because he was very weird and uncomfortable walking around with me in public anyway because I had my lips done, and he's like, people are staring at you. And I'm like, and he's like, they can't tell if you're a boy or a girl. I'm like, whatever, so let them stare, I don't care. People stared at me my whole life. I have what's called the X Factor. Let them stare. I don't give a shit. I'm not living my life for them. They're not paying my bills. I don't give a fuck what they think. But I waited to do that until he moved back because I didn't want to embarrass him. So as soon as he moved back to Alaska, which was over about 3 years ago, I went and got little nails. Little baby ones, short, super short ones. And I remember at Fab Scout, I could not type 45 words a minute with my nails because I didn't know how to type anymore. So honestly, it took about maybe 3 weeks before I noticed, oh my God, I could type again. And I didn't consciously do it, but instead of typing like this, you start typing like this. So you start to use the pads of your feet, and you do that for everything. My point is, for you, your contacts, don't start out with claws. Start out with little short nails. That way you get used to it and they're just gonna grow out. Kind of like, have you ever, while growing up poor, dirt poor, the only clothes and shoes and things we bought for school were hand-me-downs. From either thrift stores or neighbors or aunts and uncles because I was the oldest, but the siblings got my clothes and other people's clothes too. But I remember one year, I think it was like 7th or 8th grade, I had a hand-me-down pair of shoes that were way too big. And walking upstairs, I kept tripping because I wasn't used to the shoe sticking that far out of my foot. It's the same thing. Once you get used to your shoes being too big for your feet, you're going to be able to run up those stairs. So you just have to subconsciously train yourself that there's an extra inch on your finger. Or a centimeter, or whatever. So train with baby nails, little tiny ones. And it's the same way. Like I don't do it very often, but I've worn color contacts. And all I have to do is, you know, instead of using the tip of your finger, use the pad. So put your pad in there and just do it like this. But again, with everything, and you know what I really break my nails on the most is luggage. Pulling luggage in a hurry. I pulled the handle up so hard and my nail catches on it. Oh, bitch. That hurts. That's usually how I break a nail. Something stupid like a fucking piece of luggage. But yeah, you're just gonna get used to them. And it changes everything. The way you reach, grab, everything. When you first get them though, I'm gonna warn you, when you first get them, even though they're very short, you're gonna break them all the time. Picking up towels, picking up something off the floor, grabbing a door, you're gonna forget that there's that extra extension of whatever, a centimeter, 3 centimeters, half an inch, whatever. It's just gonna take used to. It's weird. Change is weird. But you'll get it. Loving you is easy.